Hell's Paradise is one of the unluckiest anime in recent time. Imagine being paired up next to two titans in JJK and Chainsaw Man as a part of the Dark Trio, then getting picked up by MAPPA, arguably the biggest studio in the last 5 years, where you've seen them do justice to your contemporaries, your nakamas, your brothers in arms, only to release in the same season as Demon Slayer, need I say more, and former #1 anime in the world for 2 weeks and winner of Tokyo Anime Festival's Anime of the Year, Oshinoko. The only thing that's unluckier is me, after years of using the wrong browser. Thank you to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. Guys, I love watching anime, but finding good ones can be a pain when companies are literally blocking me from accessing them. Thankfully, Opera GX has a built-in VPN you can use for free with options to set in Asia, America, or Europe, as well as a dedicated ad blocker for those pesky never-ending pop-ups. Or you can get VPN Pro, where you have access to over 3,000 private servers in over 30 different countries. Secure up to 6 devices with one subscription, but the best part? Customizability. Simply go to the GX store where they have a wide range of mods to choose from, with custom wallpapers, background music, keyboard sounds, and sounds when opening and closing tabs. Even custom splash screens, fonts, and icons, which you can all choose to disable or enable individually in the mods tab. So you can have the look of this one while keeping the sounds of that one. But say you have work or an assignment due by the end of the day, but you really have to know what happens at the end of Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, just click the video pop-out and do both at the same time. That's how I graduated. And I get it. It's annoying to have to move all your bookmarks from one browser to another, and oh my god, it's already done. If any of that sounds useful to you, then download Opera GX now by clicking the link in the description. For context, if it had just released a season prior, the only real competition it would have would be Vinland Saga, the only one standing in its way. But fine. The anime still enjoyed success in its first season. Surely in the next 3 years when season 2 comes out, MAPPA will have the time to prioritize it, right? Oh, you've gotta be fucking kidding. I can't make this up. They had almost 3 years in between season 1 and 2, and it's still released on the same winter as JJK. And I just came back from watching the Maki fight while writing this. I'm pretty sure the entire animation industry was working on that episode. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hell's Paradise was drawn on a soggy, snot-covered napkin by a 5-year-old. But it's not. It actually looks good, and no one's talking about it. Episode 1 shows us just how terrifyingly beautiful the island is. Whoa! I know some coworkers' babies that look like this. Talking about some, oh my god, isn't he cute? No, Sheila, your baby looks like a hellspawn. One of the biggest draws of Hell's Paradise was always the mystery surrounding the world, the island. And this episode shows us exactly what it's like to be a part of Diddy's freak-offs. It's so eerie seeing a Copacabana-like resort in the middle of this demon-infested island. Vague Buddhist statues tower among them, resembling the face of the laughing Buddha, a symbol for happiness, abundance, and good fortune, while bright paper lanterns are draped in loops across them as if they're in celebration, some inscribed with the character for blessing floating on the water, drawing heavy inspiration from East Asian culture. But something about it seems off. One of the main things preached in Buddhism is contentment, letting go of attachments and cravings, yet everything we see around us appears excessive and materialistic. It's almost Orientalism in a way, like someone took the style and appearance of Buddhism, but had it stripped of all its values and culture. The result being this uneasy atmosphere where you're meant to feel happy and relaxed, but deep inside you know something's wrong. The director Kaori Makita believes that the colorful visuals are what make this anime stand out, purposefully making the mainland look flatter so that when you arrive at the island, you're greeted with a surprising burst of color, contrasting the two settings, the vivid imagery searing into your mind and thus playing on the title, Hell's Paradise. This is like me convincing my mom why I got a gaming PC. Nah mom, I swear on my life I need the Intel 24-core i9 with NVIDIA RTX 4090 plus 64GB RAM 4TB SSD on the ROG Maximus motherboard for my English homework. It's the bare minimum. The power system is so funny though, like the way they get stronger is by canonically banging each other's brains out. I would be the weakest Tau user in the verse. Anyway, on to the first fight of the season. Honestly, it's hard watching this without comparing it to JJK. And I know it's unfair and I shouldn't do it, but it seems inevitable when they're done by the same studio. I would be missing 90% of my brain cells if I said it was bad though. This is still very impressive. Compared to Naoya versus Choso or Maki, where it's built on being fast-paced to deliver a spectacle, this fight is slow but deliberate. Each move feels like it's really trying to hurt the other, something that fans actually complained about with Naoya's punches not even hurting his opponent. Meanwhile, Gabimaru... Ah, shit! Tomo versus Blade Dragon was a wash. That dude dogged on the femboy without even drawing his sword. And that's not to say they can't deliver a spectacle. Episode 2 tells us otherwise. I also love the way his vision gets fuzzy here, like when your HP gets low on a video game. One thing I did notice was that Hell's Paradise has a lot more yapping compared to JJK. It's never one full fight. It's more like cool move, talking. Cool move, talking. Which is the same in the manga, but it led to the pacing feeling a bit awkward. The scene where Toma jumps in front of his brother didn't hit as hard for me. I don't know if it was the flashback that wasn't needed. Like, we already know Chobei is doing all this for his brother. Why do we have to show that again? Or the soundtrack that was playing, no, why would my Aniki do this? Is it because he's doing it for me? Or the fact that not 2 seconds ago, these guys were fighting, and now they're just standing like NPCs watching the two main characters kill each other. Don't worry though, that's only a small part of this episode. Because when I'm not witnessing the brutal fights or being mesmerized by the island's aesthetic, I'm falling in love with the characters. Platonically, in my first Hell's Paradise video, I mentioned that I love the interactions the characters have with one another, and this episode is laden with those moments. Blade Dragon and Yuzuriha bantering about her peachy ass, Sagiri hugging Mei acting like a big sister, and one of my favorites, Shion and Fushi protecting Sagiri from Gabimaru. I love it because you can feel a genuine connection between these people, and that's exemplified by how Sagiri was able to see through Gabimaru's memory loss just by the way he talks about death. No one else picked up on that. Only Sagiri was able to tell because she spent the most amount of time with him. He's like a scared little dog swatting her hands like... And what happens next cracked me the fuck up. It's little quirks like these done right that make shows special for me. That's exactly why 2/3 of episode 3 was spent on forming more of these bonds, while the other half... They're discussing the mysteries of the island, I swear. Hell's Paradise is in a uniquely unfortunate position of being a shonen anime in 2026. These days, it's simply not enough to be faithful to the manga as a shonen action anime. If you're not on the level of Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer or recently My Hero Academia, tough luck, buddy, you're just not gonna be talked about as much. Even if you have decent to good-looking fights. Because for better or for worse, this is what the majority of people expect now for this genre. Doubly so if it's a MAPPA production. You can't just market a mysterious plot. You can't convince someone to watch with character dynamics. What do I read, books or something? Hell's Paradise will never get the attention JJK is getting. And I don't think it deserves that over JJK either. This is clearly the bigger IP, and they knew what they were going to prioritize and where they were going to put all their eggs in. It's just sad seeing a show that has only been improving since season 1 so far get cast aside and forever live in the shadows of its two more popular brothers. But hey, at least we get to see its ending. That's already better than a significant portion of anime in history. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.